So thanks for agreeing to help us out on All Scouts Day. We're going to build these very cute little solar cars. Each girl is going to get a kit, and it's probably easiest to just take everything out. There are instructions in each box, and they are pretty straightforward. So first thing that girls are going to want to do is take out the plastic pieces and remove them from the frame. And it's just easiest to just have them twist them and they kind of come right off. So that's the part of the body, 4 wheels. This is the back axle piece, the plastic for the top, and this is more of the body. This one's a little bit trickier for them to get off maybe, but pops out. And then there's this tiny little gear here. This is actually a piece you need also. So those are all the plastic pieces from that. And inside this bag is the motor, some of the clips for the wire, and the solar cell. Have them put those out, and these are the axles, the motor, and then these clips. 2 larger clips and 2 smaller clips. So to begin, they want you to build the wheels. And the easiest thing I think to do is just attach a wheel to each of these little metal rods, just on one side. And you want to make sure that they're the wheels without the gear. There's a wheel that's a little bit different and it has a little where the gear will catch on the side, and that one has to go in a certain place to make everything work. So this one can go in the front through these front holes, and then this wheel needs to be the gear. So the front, essentially driver's side, needs to be where this special wheel goes. And then it's easiest if you just kind of squeeze them together. The back one is a little bit different in that this has to be attached to this plastic piece. So the metal rod goes through, little hole in the base, and then the wheel just gets attached like that. So it's going to look like this. Then this piece gets attached to the body at the back. So you put it through, there's some holes that you can see, it fits kind of up through, and then you twist it into place. And now you've got your wheels on. All right, the next step is the motor, and the wires actually need to be separated as well. They're twisted together, so I think it's easier before you install the motor to actually untwist the wires a little bit. So the red and blue wires get untwisted, and then you attach the motor to the car. Before you attach it, you need this little tiny plastic gear piece, the little one that you took off of the frame, and that one, the smooth end, goes towards the motor. The end that has the gear part of it should be the end that's away from the motor. Now this part I found a little tricky. The motor then gets attached to the front of the car, and there is a space for it to be attached, and it kind of is supposed to pop in. I had some trouble getting it in on the first one, so the girls may need some extra help with this, but you have to see there's a space here, and if these little teeth hold the motor in, and I found that some of them are bent, and you should make sure that you can pull them back a little bit gently if the girls can't get it in, so that it will accommodate the motor. So the motor goes in, and it seems like it's a little bit easier if you kind of push it towards the back first and then kind of snap it down. So it's going to be like that, so that the wire should be sticking out of the sort of passenger side, and the gear should be touching the wheel that has the gear on it. And you can see it, you should be able to see that hopefully will spin the tire. Okay. And the next step is also a little bit tricky. You're going to attach the wires up on these two pillars, and you're going to use the two small clips. The two larger clips are going to be for the solar panel. So this also I found to be a little bit difficult. Girls may need help with this. So the red wire is going to sort of the passenger side, the blue wire to the driver's side. So you're going to take the clip, but the longer end goes kind of towards, is going to go in the center, and they just are going to go sort of down into these pillars. But the wire needs to go, it's somewhat easier if you bend the wire part down. You make like a little hook to it, if that's visible. And that makes it easier to stick into the pillar. So you're going to put it in here, because this seems to be the main problem. If it doesn't work, it's that the wire's sort of not touching the right place. So these are not the easiest to get in. But so you put it down, kind of resting with the wire between these two little plastic pieces that stick out. And then you take the pin, the metal fitting, and stick it in there. Okay, so there's one. And here's the blue one, goes to sort of the driver's side. And take the pin, the longer end goes to the middle, and stick that down into this pillar. See if I can get it to go. No, not too easily. There. Okay. So now you've got the motor attached, the wires attached, and now it's time to build well, you can actually attach, if they want, they can go ahead and attach the plastic cover. And with that, you go easy. It's easiest if you fit the back end in first and then kind of snap it down over the rest of the car. And there's a little kind of clip at the front as well. So now you've got your car. This part is for the solar cell. There is a little plastic covering on top of the solar cell that needs to be peeled off. Maybe. And you're going to then, before you attach it to this plastic piece, you're going to put in these larger metal clips. So the clips are going to go in sort of a V shape with the longer end going towards the middle, and there's a fitting, or actually, sorry, the longer end going towards the outside. Like that, and then this one like that. Then you're going to slide the solar cell with the silver strip towards the front, and the front has a little lip on it. And push that in. All right. Now you're going to take this with these two metal clips sticking out the bottom and attach it to the top part of the car. And it should just kind of fit in to, you may have to bend them a little bit. This one's a little bit tight, so maybe bend them out a little. And it should just slide down onto the other clips. And this should stay in its place, is the entire car. Thanks for watching.